Our next guest is placing his bets on Canada's North, investing $1.2 billion in Nunavut. Joining me now to talk about this is Sean Boyd, CEO of Agnico-Eagle. Sean, good to have you back on the program.
Great to be here.
You know, I had to read that line twice, $1.2 billion in Nunavut. What do you see there?
We see tremendous potential, mineral potential, as evidenced by our recent discovery at Amaruq, but we also see a region that's willing to do business. It's pro-mining. We've established a lot of strong relationships over the last 10 years. We've built a big mine. We've discovered a new deposit. So for us, there's tremendous upside, and it makes sense for us at this point to invest that capital to just expand our platform there.
I was speaking with Bruce McLeod of Sabina yesterday, and who was also present in Nunavut, and we were speaking about some challenges and issues about mining in Nunavut, including everything from caribou migration issues. What are some obstacles that you faced in Nunavut?
Well, the Inuit are close to the land. They've lived off the land for centuries, and so you certainly have to be mindful and respect that. But our experience has been it's open for business, and the Inuit want to be trained, they want good paying jobs, they want businesses, Inuit-owned businesses, to work in partnership with the mines, and so that they can develop and take advantage of the resource wealth that exists there. So it is a permitting process that can be long because you're dealing with federal ministries, you're dealing with the local governments, you're dealing with the Nunavut government, you're dealing with Inuit associations. So it takes time, but it works.
And I would imagine this is the largest investment the company has ever made in a territory?
In one single district, yes.
And it's coinciding with your 60th anniversary for the company?
This is our 60th year, and we're excited about the ability to continue to grow our company. 10 years ago, we were one mine, and we set out to diversify away from our LaRonde mine, which is still going after 29 years. But we had to diversify in a way that not just allowed us to grow, but actually added quality. And we've been able to build net asset value. Our share price has done tremendously well since the late 90s, and that's because we focused on getting in early, identifying areas like Nunavut, becoming a dominant player. 100% ownership allows us to control pace, but we really focus on exploration, and that's what's really set us up to grow, and we can see production hitting 2 million ounces by 2020.
Now, you've also established a stake in Yukon. So what criteria do you look for when you're acquiring a junior?
It's geology, but in the particular case of making strategic investments, we're looking for management quality, management track record, and also the potential around geology. And we've done that very well in Quebec. We're the dominant player in the Abitibi region. In Finland is our biggest single deposit. Many people looked at that in Finnish Lapland. It's going to be a 10 million ounce deposit. So we like to go in early, bring the drills in, and then ultimately use our technical expertise to build a mine and then continue to drill after that.
But do you also prefer the juniors that are in close proximity to existing mines? And that said, would Sabina be a company you're eyeing?
We like Nunavut. I wouldn't say we're eyeing any particular company. We've taken our land package in Nunavut from 40,000 hectares 10 years ago to 440,000 hectares. We're still staking additional ground. So that's a long-term strategy, and we see Nunavut as a place that we're going to be there for 10, 20, 30 years. But you always have to have an eye on juniors. Our exploration budget's $120 million. Juniors are doing effective exploration. We've built our company by investing in juniors, doing well if we decide to sell them, but also doing well if we decide to bring them in. That's been our history. It's worked.
Well, Nunavut is definitely one location I plan to visit in the near future.
You're welcome to come.
Sean, tell me a little bit about your sentiment here at the conference about the mining space. This year in 2017, obviously 2016 was a great year for the space. How are you seeing it now?
It's positive from an investor standpoint. I think they're cautiously optimistic. From a miner perspective, they're not walking around with heavy burdens on their shoulders. There's a bit of a spring in their step, which is a good thing. And I think you look at gold early this year. January, a bit of a slow start. Investors are back in February. I think the ETF added over 70 tons. That's what we saw driving the price last year, was investors. So I think there's still a lot of financial uncertainty. We're positive on the gold price over the next few years. So I think that's reflective of the conference mood here.
And I think that's really well said. You're not feeling that weight on people's shoulders here. So thank you so much for joining us, Sean. Best of luck and congratulations on Agnico's 60th anniversary.
And you've got a formal invite to come to Nunavut anytime you want.
Thank you, Sean. And thank you for watching our coverage here from the BMO Metals and Mining Conference. We'll have much more for you. So be sure to stay tuned to Kitco.com. Thanks for watching.